Hello, and welcome to This Week in James City County. I'm your host, Renee Dahlman. Today, we are continuing our visits with the folks that make the county work. They are behind the scenes in the General Services Department, and you may not see them all of the time, but you can tell that they have been there and that they have done the work. So today we are honored to be joined by Matthew Prince. Matthew is the Solid Waste Superintendent, and Jacob Frederick. Jacob is the Solid Waste Foreman. Did I get it right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yay, very good. Okay. Well, I'm so glad that you both are with us today.
The pleasure is ours. Thank you for having us.
Great. Well, let's get started. So tell us, Matthew, what is it that your division of General Services is responsible for?
We're responsible for all the drop-off recycling and trash collection. We have 3 convenience centers that are recycling and trash collection. And then we also provide a service for bulk pickups where residents can call in. If they have no way to get it here, we'll go out there and pick it up for them.
Okay. And if I remember correctly, the truck that you all take out, is that called a bucket truck?
Knuckle boom truck.
Knuckle boom truck. I knew it was something similar.
Yeah, it's got a big arm that comes off the side with a little claw.
Which is super, super cool. So I always, knuckle boom. Got it. Okay. That's our term for the day now. Knuckle boom truck. Okay. So very good. That is a lot of work. And like I've been asking other folks that have been doing this podcast, 3 convenience centers, knuckle boom truck, recycling. How many folks do you have that work under you?
We have 11.
It has been amazing to me through this entire series that I keep thinking that everybody's going to say, well, we've got 49 employees and they come in and no, that's not the case at all.
No, not at all.
Not at all. Well, Jacob, you're one of those 11, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me, what is a typical day like for you?
So not really typical for day to day. Every day is a little bit different. We come in at 7 a.m. Normally try to get here a little bit before the attendance, try to plan out what we're going to do for that day, whether it be scheduling bulk pickups that come in for the request, trying to plan out different convenient sites that we're going to pick up. One day we might be picking up scrap metal from Toano. The next day we might be picking up cardboard or co-mixed plastic recycling.
Okay, very good. So then tell me, Matthew, what is a typical day like for you?
It's kind of the same. A lot of times I will help them out too because of staffing, but usually I come in, check my emails, make sure nobody's hollering, take care of any fires. And then Jacob assists me with scheduling the bulk pickups and a lot of it, there's a lot of record keeping for as tonnage and weights and stuff that we recycle.
Yeah, I think a lot of times, we think that the convenience centers, people just go and dump their recyclables and then don't think about it once, after that's done. But that's when you all come in then, is to get all of that stuff then collected and moved to different places, right?
Yeah, we move most of them to here, and we are partners with VIPSA.
Okay.
They haul our containers to the MURFs. And then we do actually bale some of our cardboard ourselves.
Okay.
International Paper actually picks it up here for us. I will say anybody that's interested in recycling, TFC, they have a tour, and that is a great tour to go. They show how everything gets separated and recycled and everything. So if anybody is interested in that, that's a good place to go, and it's a nice tour.
Okay.
And they are open. All you have to do is you can look them up, find a phone number and call them, and they have anywhere from businesses, Girl Scouts, schools, or just any citizen off the street will come in for a tour. And I did it last year and it learned a lot. It was actually really educational.
And I'll make sure to add the TFC telephone number on the podcast so then people can just make that phone call directly. Now, Matthew, you did throw out a word that I'm not sure everybody, including me, knows. You said MRFs?
It's what they call a MURF. That is
MURF.
the collective collection facilities that separate the recycling and stuff like that.
Okay. Do you have any idea what MURF means?
No.
No. Okay. But you know what it is, and that is important.
I know what they call it. So.
Very good. Very good. Okay. So then continuing with you, Matthew, what is the favorite part of your job?
The favorite part of my job is probably the people that we work with, because like I said, me and Jacob we've worked together for the county for probably 10 years now, and I've been with the county 18 years. I think in spending time out there with customers and everything, you really do meet some nice people. So, and it's just being able to help people.
Absolutely. Well, Jacob, besides being able to work with Matthew, obviously, what is the favorite part of your job?
Well, I would say, a close second to working with Matthew would be just the variety of customer we get.
Nice.
James is such a diverse community, and we get people of all different walks of life come in. We have 300 people a day, and we get 300 completely different personalities, and it's just very interesting to see that and just, the variety of work we have. I can be in my office 1 minute, doing emails and scheduling. The next minute, I'm on an excavator loading containers or pushing piles with a front loader.
Wow. Very good. Well, and I know, you're talking about all the different customers. My family, we've been a customer, and we come, and everyone that's always working there are always so kind and nice to us. And even if we are not entirely sure what we're doing, they're so good at pointing us in the right direction. So that's pretty amazing.
We appreciate it. We try to strive on being polite and customer service.
It's important. It's important. Absolutely. So, Jacob, if you were going to recruit someone to come and join you all, what would you tell them that would make them decide James City County is the place I want to be?
I would say the camaraderie.
Mhm.
I've worked in a lot of different fields and a lot of different locations, and the county, we have luncheons regularly. It just really makes you feel like part of a team. That, and for solid waste especially, we are very flexible with our schedule.
Oh, nice. Very good. How about you, Matthew? Besides the opportunity to work with you, what would you tell people?
That's always the best part.
Always.
Kind of like Jacob said, it's I always push the far as the retirement and benefits. And then one thing I will say we push to is like I said, I've been here, I've moved departments and stuff. So there's so much opportunity to go to different places and say, okay, there's always another place you can move up to. So, and it's a lot of opportunities, and a lot of it too, we push the schedule, because solid waste, we're 7 days a week, 10-hour days.
Mhm.
So most of the time we're working 10-hour days, so we can switch people if they don't want to work weekends, we can give them the 3 days off, not on a weekend and stuff like that. So I think the schedule is the biggest thing in retirement.
And that's really important, because people really value flexibility when you can have it. And especially with folks with families and all of that, that can make a big difference. Very important. So Matthew, what do you enjoy doing when you are not at work?
When I'm not at work, I love spending time with my two boys. I've got a 16-year-old and an 8-year-old.
Okay.
And my 16-year-old don't want to have much to do with me now he's a teenager, but my 8-year-old loves going fishing and hunting. So we do a lot of fishing and a lot of hunting.
Very nice. And it's that time of year. So that's
That's nice.
wonderful. How about you, Jacob? When you're not at work, what do you like to do?
So mine would also be, not to copy Matt, but I have a 5-year-old and a 1-year-old, so I don't get a lot of free time. So any free time I have, it's with them.
Oh, but that's good times.
Yeah, and I have my 5-year-old son. He's just a mini me. He always wants to help me out. Whether it's working on my wife's car or trying to fix something around the house, he's always right there with his own little tool bag helping me.
Oh, that's awesome. And then you'll eventually convince all your children to come and work for James City County, right?
Yes.
Both of you? Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right. Well, thank you both so much for taking a little bit of time to sit in with us. I know that there's 100 other things that you could be doing right now. And I really appreciate you all coming in and just giving us a little bit of an idea of what happens behind the scenes.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having us.
And we enjoy it. And this is more important than some of the stuff we got to do.
Well, it may be equally as important. Maybe. All right. Thanks again.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, that wraps up this episode of This Week in James City County. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, please be sure to follow us online. We're at jamescitycountyva.gov/podcast, and make sure you subscribe so you will never miss an episode. But back when you're on the website, we have a form that you can complete, give us show ideas, thoughts, comments, critiques. We would love to hear from you. So once again, thank you so much, and we will talk with you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.